So thanks for watching this video. So we are talking about UK construction and real estate market review 2. So this video will look at the future of London office. So this is we use a developer's prediction for looking into the future of London office market. So this video is or this topic is about London's office, but we said this is the UK. I think the rationale is that London's office market is over 60%, 60% of British office market. So so what changes in London market will have a significant impact on the UK office market. So so maybe we can say London office market represent a UK office market. So this is I think the rationale for this topic. Helico predicts hotelification of office market. So we use this as a title. So just like the first one, we use a news report title to indicate this is a real report, and also you can check. So this report uses hotelification of office market, but of course if you look further, you know, this is just one topic, one issues mentioned by the author. So this is a news report which mainly reflects the view of a company's senior manager. So this company is called Helico. So Helico, previously called Helico Bar, but now it has changed to Helico. Helico is a commercial property developer and investor. The business of this company is mainly in London and a little bit in Manchester. So this is a London-focused office developer and investor. So I think this background indicates the view expressed by the senior manager, the CEO of the company, means something. I think means real things, because this company just is mainly focused at this London office developer, London office development and investment. So so clearly this company is very experienced, knowledgeable about a UK office market, especially London office market. So this is the some background introduction of today's topic. So London developer Helico. So we say Helico is a London-focused developer, but also is a investor. So this company is quite upbeat. So it look forward to a better future of office market after this COVID pandemic. So this pandemic clearly has a very negative impact on the London office market. But this company looks beyond this COVID. But COVID will, no matter it is 1 year or 2 years, it will go. So what the market will become after this COVID, because many people predict this COVID is very likely to fundamentally change the world not only office market, change many other things. So this company, this developer, they have set their sight beyond this pandemic. So, and the chief executive of this company, they is quite upbeat about the development of London office market. I think this upbeat not only reflects the future of post-COVID, but in my view, although this Gerard never said it is related with Brexit, but I think this indirectly reflects the view of this company for this Brexit. So Brexit does not have very or will not destroy London office market. So this is this I think is quite positive towards the long period after COVID, after Brexit. But also this Gerard predicts there will be a very considerable change. So as I said, this COVID changed many things. I think it changed fundamentally, not only economy, political, economic, social. I think many things will have. We will see this considerable change in many areas, not only in office. But here we talk about office. So it is upbeat. So it means the London office will still have very good future. London is claimed to be the world capital of property. So office clearly is a very important part of this property world. So so this upbeat prediction, I think, will to encourage more developers, more investors, and other people to look at this sector. So this is his prediction, but also he predicts considerable change. But specifically, he identified some key issues, key drivers that will happen or could influence, or the stakeholders need to consider if these are really or if they agree with the CEO of Helica. So what he thinks the key drivers will be, or the main issues will be. The first thing I think he mentioned is sustainable assets. A property, as you know, property clearly is an asset, is a quite important asset for many investors. So it always has its place in investment portfolio. But here, this Gerard emphasized sustainable assets. So, so I think any investor need to pay attention to this. Any assets need to be connected with sustainability. I think in the first video in Market Review 1, we talk about this sustainability. So sustainability is clearly is currently the most dominant theme in at least in economic world. If we can say in the last 10 years, globalization is the biggest theme, but now it is sustainability. So sustainable assets, so any assets need to be connected with sustainability. So this concept, sustainability, will be deep rooted in any asset management. So property assets need to embrace this concept. Clearly, it is something like it's a must. So Gerald said sustainable assets will be involved in new building development, new building activities, but also refurbishment activities. So it will be involved in all property related activities. So all these activities need to show it has the element of sustainability, or sustainability need to be considered in these property activities. And the tenants, because office, usually it is in Britain more than 70% office is investment assets. So it means the owners does not use the assets, and the owners own the assets, but this building or this property is used by other tenants, by other people. So tenants, so office clearly need to consider tenants, and this Gerald predicts tenants will have some requirement. So they need the office to be most sustainable and environmentally friendly. So this will be the tenant's demand, tenant's requirement. And also the reason why tenants want to use a most sustainable and environmentally friendly building, because they have their own net zero carbon targets. So, as I said, this the dominant theme in the economic world in current time is sustainability, is net zero carbon emission. So tenants, they have set their targets of net zero. So they need to meet their target. So in order to meet their target, so they need to use the lower carbon emission building, or net zero carbon emission building. So this is the tenants. And also for investors, because investors, they own the building, but they do not use the building. So they need to consider tenants' requirement. Given that tenants require net zero carbon emission building, so they need to invest, they need to acquire, they need to own a lower carbon emission building. So this is clearly is very consistent. Not only the investor seeks to have a very lower carbon dioxide emission building, this building will also produce a green rental and yield premium. So you can see this is a very important consideration for any investors. So investors need return, and this kind of a lower carbon emission sustainable assets, sustainable property, will also produce additional rental return and yield. So this is really important for any investors. So these sustainable property assets will also bring additional return to investor. So this is what this company predicts. So a sustainable property asset, sustainable property investment must meet this tenants' demand, but also if they meet their demand, they will also give investors a good return. So this is, I think, is important. This green premium, so it's additional return. So clearly, this is investors will pay very much attention to this. So this is the sustainable assets. But more specifically speaking, so this this company also predicts. So after this COVID pandemic, tenants will require most efficient and up-to-date air conditioning system. So this COVID virus is airborne. So it means the virus is related with air. So it is the air conditioning system. Fresh air is so important for post-COVID office. So in order to improve this air conditioning system, and then to reduce the risk of something like coronavirus, so something needs to be done. So here we highlight sensors need to be used to monitor, to show the air quality. So sensors will be widely used to monitor the quality of air, because people are just so afraid of this kind of airborne virus. So in future, they will pay very much attention to the quality of air. But this virus cannot be seen, invisible. So we need to rely on some technology. So sensors, so specifically designed, produced sensors will be used in many places in the building, in office building, to monitor constantly, comprehensively the quality of air, so to make sure the air is clean, is clear, is free of this kind of virus. So sensors will be widely used. Currently, this air monitoring sensors is not so widely used, but it will be used in more and more times, in more and more buildings. But on top of sensors, also office density will be decreased. So there will not be so many employees or office users in the building like in the past. So that's why you can see many companies, especially financial institutions, they now their policy is to allow their employees to partly in office and partly at home. So they have some flexibilities. So this will also reduce the office density. So working at home will be part of a routine working. So this also makes sure the air conditioning system works well, and the chances of the spread of virus will be greatly reduced. So this is another prediction. But also, so here we say sensors clearly is monitoring sensor is the application of a new technology. But this here this emphasize more technologies. So the sensors not only there are monitoring sensors, there are other sensors. So here we say the sensors will record occupation levels. So it means there will be more types of sensors, equipment, which will monitor not only air. There will be other issues, other elements need to be monitored. So just like the occupation level, so the people's moving, so what happens in the building, so all need to be monitored. So more types of sensors will be used to improve the air, improve the management of office, but also improve, here we say, energy efficiency. So it means maybe lightings, maybe the temperatures, maybe some equipment. They will all be monitored, and energy will be used more effectively. So like heating, like cooling. So sensors will be more used in buildings to monitor many elements related with the management of building. So so clearly this this company predicts in future London office more technology will be used. So this is the I think this air conditioning clearly is pushed by the virus, but other things like energy efficiency, management of buildings, they're already talked about in the past. But this this pandemic will just make it even more useful, even more advanced. So this is the another prediction. The next one is the great demand for enhanced amenities. So the future British office development or investment need to consider more amenities. So this more amenity, I think, is also related with the requirement of tenants. They need to be more comfortable. They need to be more environmentally friendly in this, using their facilities, using their building. So investor developer must provide more amenities. So here we said enhanced amenities. So it means if something already provided, more need to be provided, or better need to be provided, better amenities. So here we said secure bike parking. So many buildings have bike parking place or parking facilities, but in the future they need to be better or more, and also high quality changing facilities. So these are all, I think, related with more environmentally friendly lifestyle and working environment. So this is another prediction: enhanced amenities. And building also need to be more attractive or more friendly to employees, to the users of building. So here we said, this company said food and drink facilities are more or better. These facilities need to be provided. So make, just like this this picture shows. So more like a five-star management, like a five-star hotel. So hotelification. So this kind of a change means the office will be more friendly or more like working at home. So make the users of the building more comfortable. So more comfortable environment, facility, service clearly will improve the ultimately will improve the efficiency, productivity of users, of office users. And these office users, they can provide more value to the company and to the society. So this is the prediction. So office and hotel, or office will introduce more 5-star hotel elements. So make the users of office feel more comfortable. So this is the I think the news report used this as the title. So it means the buildings will be more friendly, more comfortable for the users of office for building. So this is the hotelification. The last two, I think, are related with the prediction of last two are related with investment. So the property assets, the nature of property assets will change from a passive, low risk, long lease to a shorter lease building. And for this shorter lease of building, so the tenants' retention, the rental growth, and the building performance will be maximized. So passive, so it means usually the investors or developers are just waiting for the users to tell them how to improve. But now the developers, investors need to be more active. They need to seek the feelings, the opinions of the users. They need to be more active, and the risk in the past, you may know, British office market has a quite long lease, 25 years. Long lease. During this lease term, it's a low risk, so the tenant's occupancy is secured, so it's a low risk. But the office market is changing, so it becomes shorter and shorter. I think WeWork is clearly very much has a big impact on office market. So this kind of a shorter lease office will increase risk. It is no longer a low risk compared with past long lease. It is a high risk. So faced with such a shorter lease, high risk, so how the investor, developer need to do? So they need to listen more carefully to the requirements of tenants, and they need to provide more services, better environment for to make these tenants stay longer. So if they can stay longer, so their rental growth will be secured, and this building performance will be improved. So this is, I think this is another could be this is a highly likely change. So the office lease becomes shorter and shorter. For a shorter lease office, so how to maximize the profitability of the office? So they need to maximize, they need to satisfy the tenants. So this is the first prediction directly related with investment. And also the last prediction is bifurcation in office sector. So if you look at this, you will see this company simply predicts grade A, the highest quality office building, will be very different from other types of building. So a real grade A, the highest quality building will incorporate all these elements. So they will provide a better environment, provide more new technologies. They will be more active. They will listen more carefully to tenants. So they will incorporate all these issues. And grade A, the real grade A building, will be very different from other buildings. These are so-called prime building. So this prime building will also produce a real prime return for developers and investors. So this is the prediction of Helica's CEO. Thank you.